Good morning and welcome to today's Top 10 Stories from TheMatrix newspapers. Wednesday morning, the 4th of February 2026. I am Esther Ajay. From our lead story on page 2, a World Bank chief, Arnab Jede, said Nigeria is now frequently cited globally as an example of steady, credible reform leadership. Says Nigeria now lauded globally as credible reform model. Consistency results have boosted investors and private sector's confidence. Over to page 3. Nigerians eager for clarity on the future of the country's electoral process were once again left waiting as the Senate failed to reach a decisive conclusion on the passage of the much anticipated Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Fails to pass bill after 4-hour closed-door deliberation to reconvene today. The federal government has inaugurated the National Steering Committee for hosting the 5th edition of the Intra-African Trade Fair 2027 and the Creative Africa Lexus 2026 in Lagos State. The Department of State Services DSS on Tuesday arraigned former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and his son Abdulaziz Malami before the Federal High Court in Abuja on terrorism financing and illegal firearms charges. More than 8 in every 10 candidates who sat for the 2025 Senior School Certificate Examination external conducted by the National Examination Council recorded at least 5 credit passes, NECO has announced. First Holdco PLC has announced a sweeping restructuring initiative aimed at rebuilding its corporate foundations and positioning the financial giant for long-term sustainability. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has pledged to strengthen emergency response and healthcare measures to curb snakebite-related deaths in Abuja. The Abia State Police Command has dismissed reports of a suspected bomb discovery at a church in Aba, insisting that no explosive device was found at the location. And from entertainment news, American Christian worship leader, singer, and songwriter Ron Kenoly has died at the age of 81. From sports news, Arsenal claimed their place in the Carabao Cup final as Kai Havertz's breakaway goal in stoppage time sealed a 1-0 win over Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium and a 4-2 victory on aggregate. And that will be all for now. You can read up the rest of the news from the TheMatrix newspapers and stay with us as we bring you more updates from the TheMatrix news. I am Esther Ajay. Do have a great day.